I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these guys over here. Ah, upgraded mechanized. Oh, speaking of which, you can upgrade mechanized, can't you? Yeah, you can. More mech armor.
Raiding party!
Fiora Bunny, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to Fiora's viewers. Hello, hello, hello. We are currently trying to invade China with a bit of difficulty because of supply issues. More modern tanks. Yes. So I'm just bringing in a secondary fleet so I can hopefully get that going sooner rather than later. Where the hell are you sailing from? Oh, you're there. Okay. So I'm just bringing in the Mediterranean fleet now. I think I do actually want to repair these guys because they are a little bit wounded. And losing battleships at this stage of the war would be really annoying. Seeing as it is now 1947. Another ace pilot, cool. And more armor. Let's get super heavy tanks. Don't often research them, but actually in the way that we're fighting right now, probably be quite useful. Alright, you have arrived. Congratulations. Your one job is strike force into here. Which is giving more naval superiority. 67, 66. Ah! I have 16,000 worth of ships. What more do you want from me? Small arms firepower. What's that? Ah! Heavy firepower. Hard attack and max planning. Sure. Speaking of max planning, we should be almost ready for another attack. I don't remember you needing 75% superiority to launch a naval invasion. We have complete air superiority with massive naval supremacy. We have double their fleet here. And yet we can still only get to 68.9%. Their fleet is in port. It doesn't actually contest us. That's what's so infuriating. Yeah, we could do. Actually, it's not a bad idea, seeing how many heavy cruisers are here. We could potentially add more. Because one thing I do have is a bunch of battleships and heavy cruisers, which have just never been used. Bomb the ports. Don't know which ports they're in. Right, I also need to stop buying quite as much fuel from America. Drop it down to there. And also slightly less chromium from them. Okay, that was probably too much. But I would really like to buy some more steel from the Aussies. Except I can't. Although that's probably because we're still doing the infrastructure in Indian territories, that we're not suffering quite so much attrition problem. Yeah, attrition here has all sorted itself out. This is the attrition in these two, that's now the problem. Actually, these are high level, they're just damaged. For some reason, nothing to do with the massive air force and heavy artillery forces that are fighting in this territory right now. No, sirree. Absolutely nothing to do with that.
Listen up!
Can I get more air superiority? Oh, now we've lost air superiority. Problem is airfield capacity.
Huzzah!
And also running out of aircraft. Guess we could bring in some heavies. And by the poles. $64.9. I don't think this is going to work until I push them back from here. So I guess you should attack again.
Ready, sir.
Go. General offensive. When you're ready, off you go. And I think they're really out of supply now, because we pushed this with no problem. General assault is actually going exceptionally well at the moment. Wow. Up here it's going to be a bit slower, but that's no real surprise. You know what? This army needs a different colour. You can be pink. Yeah, we're still 70 jets short, but we are building more. Jaeger 4. So the Jaegers are now max level for this time. Let's go and upgrade rocket launchers. And tanks are already upgrading. Artillery are a 48, so we can't do anything with those. Oh yeah, encryption, decryption. There we go.
Yes, sir.
You lot are not busy. Why? I just realised my convoy raiders weren't doing anything. Oh, because they're all repairing. Yeah, fine. Fine. Now I'm the one losing ships to their air force. 2 heavy cruisers. That stinks. We have no battle. Why are you saying you have no... Oh, those are probably repairing. Right. Duh. Never mind. Have I done a lot of the oil refining? All of the oil refining is finished. Yeah, so Rota 56 breaks up the Special Forces units in a way that I really like. So it's done by territory type. So you have Marines, which are amphibious attack. You have Mountaineers in the mountains. Paratroopers for power drops. Desert infantry for desert conditions. Then basically all of these positions will give you a pretty hefty bonus. So these guys have 10% more movement, 25% more attack, 25% more defense in desert. They'll also have a big bonus to hot acclimatization, so they don't take as much heat damage. Jaegers for forests and hills. What are these guys? Jungle for jungle, and then shock troops for urban. And just general attack. Shock troops are really, really strong, but also really, really expensive. Which is why I do have one unit over here. These are the guys holding out against the Soviets. They're off! Finally! Naval evasion is a go. This is the component I've been waiting the longest for. And it looks like it's succeeding. Like, my Marines are very, very good. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we're in. We are freaking in. Right, I want you to take all of this. Oops.
Ready. Listen up.
And Hong Kong's ours again. Huzzah! Yes!
Ready to move.
Now, did you get Invader? You did. Good. Now we can get Amphibious, which gives us the extra Marine Supply Grace. Boom. Not going to bother with Naval Liaison. It's not very strong. Infantry Leader we're still working on. The other one I'd really like you to get is Improv Expert. That's going to require more land experience. And this is a big problem for the Japanese. They should start withdrawing troops from here.
Fall in. Attention. Orders. Listen up.
Now the fun really begins. Yeah, manpower is just fading at this point. Although, we can now go to service by requirement. Boom. Manpower, no longer a problem. Sank a battleship. Good. Lost another heavy cruiser. Flipping hell, those things are weak. But we sank a battleship. I mean, the heavy cruisers are like pre-Welt Creek, so it's not that surprising. These are like my really old ships that are now being sent to the front. And we do still have spares, so they are going to be sailing out and reinforcing. But they are very, very old boats. What was this? Encryption, that's what I need. Is wounded.
Taking cover.
That's really annoying. "18 days until Alexander's back." You know what? I'm going to bring Alexander in regardless. He can recover on the boat over.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to close all of those. We're going to say all of you
Ready, sir.
are going to be in one order. I'm going to say just keep on working your way up the coastline.
Ready.
Okay. I mean, part of the reason I'm doing this is I'm opening up areas for my allies to start flooding troops into. Also, I control this, so I can build infrastructure and stuff. And it's Hong Kong, so we should have a pretty big port here, but I think I'm still going to upgrade you to a level 10. Got to make sure that we have the infrastructure and resources to really expand here. Do I have a woman in the workforce? I don't actually, that's a good point. We'll need to add that. Hell, some of these units are getting beaten up. Ooh, what the hell? that all attrition? Yep.
Come on!
Alright, Jaegers. I'm gonna send you over to where the Marines are. Seems to be a lot fewer supply issues over here. We have lots and lots of modern tank destroyers, so I think I can reduce the number of those that I'm producing. And start building some more other stuff, like mechanized.
Yes, sir! Listen up! Yes, sir!
Boom. Connection made.
Under fire!
Yeah, we are desperately short on airfields too, so that's another thing we need to build and upgrade. It's just a massive amount of air infrastructure down here. Thankfully we can build everything that we need. How are we doing for fuel? We could do with more. Too much tungsten. A little bit too much chromium. Let's get some more steel imports going. Although we are stealing the steel intensive areas from Japan right now. So that's going to help our cause. Naval yards available. Oh, hell yeah. What do I want to build? How are we doing for chromium? We have sufficient chromium, so I think some more Arachnos. No, Walker CRs. Yeah, I want to see some more Walker CRs in the fleet. These are the convoy raiders. And this is what's really going to kill Japan. Because what I'm going to do now is be very aggressive. Which might be a slight mistake. But never mind. We are going to stop convoy raiding in all of these locations. Just don't need it anymore. We're going to start here.
Yes, sir! Orders!
Okay. It seems like we're taking too much territory for the Japanese to really do anything about.
Ready!
Are my desert rats building up their strength again? Slowly but surely. Manpower is fine. Just need to wait until resources and supplies reach them. We've been building up for a long time, so we have a massive stockpile of basically everything we're going to need. Knocking Japan out is going to be brutal. You've got to beat them in Indonesia, done. China almost done, and then you've got to invade the home island. With this state of my Marines, I'm not actually that worried about a home island invasion. Plus, a bunch of their units are going to be over here in China. Unfortunately, this is not getting them any capitulation. This is just stealing resources from them. I could really do with my allies flooding into this area right now. Where are they? Come on, we've got 15 million men in the field. We're actually slowly but surely catching up with the Axis in terms of manpower deployed. Soviets have now lost 10 million. Just in this little area. Oh! This is where my allies are. Iraq is expanding. In fact, Soviets have pulled back. Let's take some land back then. Hell yeah. I was wondering if Germany was finally justifying or something. Nope. They have war goals against each other, but that's it. So where the hell have the Soviets gone? They're still sinking ships. What I really need is for this to connect.
Come on!
Like this, in fact. "1947 modern tanks." Here we go. I'm gonna just straight up upgrade those. Can I? Yeah, because it's going to be the super heavy tanks I want to really upgrade. Although the technology, I'm now going to want to develop the SPG. Maybe I'll upgrade the SPG. Not sure. We also have a bucket load of air experience. For some strange reason. How do I want to use this? When's the next jet become available? It's 1950, isn't it? Yeah, a long time yet. I can still get the Venom, that's true. It would need to be something like this. It would slow them down slightly, reduce their agility, but increase their air attack. I don't think that's worth it. We may have a bunch of air experience, but I honestly don't know what to spend it on. Don't forget you run into the Soviets in China when you get there. Yeah, we still have a ways to go before that happens, though. Mark II decryption. Cool. 47, we can... Oh no, those are ahead of time. That's all 48. That's all 48. I think we're going to get the Ace Generation Chance upgrade. Because our research rate is so high, we tend to be ahead of basically everything that we need to be.
Orders!
Okay, the Jaegers are now looking a lot healthier, although they did take a
Ready, sir!
massive amount of damage in terms of attrition. The corridor here is still being established.
Move out!
Super heavy tanks, and then encryption. Super heavy tank, I want to invent the tank destroyer, which is going to take 10 days, and then this was encryption, which we've already researched everything for. You know what, let's go ahead and upgrade it to the Venom.
Come on!
I want you to just keep on just extending that. Alright.
Ready, sir!
How are we doing here? Yeah, we are really pushing the Soviets back. For some reason, I'm still not entirely sure why this is happening. But I will not complain too loudly. And in fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to train some more desert infantry. That would be 25. No, we'll get rid of one. Like so. And then we'll use a combination of desert and shock against the Soviets. That 100% bonus on the 1950 jet might be worth taking. Oh, for the research, you mean? Still takes 2.5 years. It's too far ahead right now.
Come on!
Well, now that we're in over here,
Orders!
your job is going to be to hold on to that position. Like so. And I'm going to tell you to stop attacking because you're taking some pretty horrible casualties. Then your job is going to be much reduced. Oops, don't do that. I want you to expand this area.
Orders!
And then you actually no. No. Orange is going to have that job. Red is going to cancel this order. And red is going to support the yellows as a bit of a rear guard. Like so. And then once all of these guys are in position, I will be withdrawing the blues and preparing a naval invasion of Japan. We're going to go for the big one. Straight away. Boom. While the majority of their troops are going to be in China. Australian proposal about the Singapore strategy. The Singapore strategy has been the cornerstone of our deterrence policy against Japan since the end of the Great War. However, the redeployment of the main fleet to Singapore in case of attack is reliant on support from our allies in Australia. With the potential threat against British holdings in the Far East increasing by the day, the Australian High Command has presented a potential new stratagem that would see Australia in far greater control of defence of the region. It's a sound plan, and the only question is whether we believe they can provide the security we require. Malaya becomes a puppet of Australia. No. How about no? I'm kind of reliant on all of the Malayan resources, thanks. That's a terrible plan.
Let's go!
Okay. What level bases do we have? Zhao is a level 3. 1. 1. 8. So I think that this is going to be a naval invasion from Hong Kong. And we have the supremacy already to do it. So yeah, this is definitely the right plan. So we're going to go from Hong Kong to Nagasaki. Hong Kong. Kagoshima. Kokura? Yes.